Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and I am the trigger warning if you're returning. Hi guys. Happy Halloween, Samhain everybody. It was 11:33 as I decided to film this and on Halloween. And right as I went to go to actually record, 11:43. If you know about the text message days or numerical stuff, 143 is I love you. Okay, so really cute that, and the fact that it was tied to an 11. Okay, so 11 to me is it does call in the energy of Archangel Michael. All right, and Archangel Michael does is assigned to the twin flame unit. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking about things in like the armies of heaven, as they say, right? So that's your like troop leader or whatever. I don't know what the label is in heaven. Okay, so just go with the story here. Okay, first of all, Muggles be gone, banished by. All right, this is a land for magical creatures only. Stupefy and obliviate cast on everyone who is not magical in nature. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, that said, go ahead and like the video if you haven't yet. If you want to attach your energies to this reading, maybe you're not ready to, and that's fine. You don't have to. Just be open to receive the messages that come through. This is going to be for a twin flame collective that has not met in the physical, but you believe, though you have no real reason to believe, you believe that you have energetically connected with this person. You believe that an energy that you've identified, that you've connected with for a while now, is your twin flame. If that resonates with you, ooh, was that 222 when I said that? Ooh, 222. So there might be something in that number, okay? I love getting little synchronicities like that. But also, I was called to do this in black and white, which is crazy, right? And then I immediately saw a yin yang. So they don't want you to hyper focus on little details, right? Imagine if the world was literally just shades of gray, because that's what this is. This filter is called shades of gray. Okay, so let the magic begin. Let's see what the Twin Flame Collective needs to hear. Where did it split at? Desire. Oh, I do feel that there is a longing here between your energies, divine feminine and divine masculine. There is a longing to connect between your energies. I do really feel that it's very present in the energy. Okay, divine feminine, let us see. Let's see, where are you currently? Let's see what's going on with you, and then we'll channel any words of advice or stuff like that. All right, but let's just see what's going on with the divine feminine right now that she may need some divine assistance with. Sorry if it's a little loud. These cards are a little less used, so they still need some breaking in. And they are kind of slippery, so I'm going to need this weird little thing that gives me so much trouble. This little finger thing. Finger guard? I don't remember what it was called, but it helps my finger grip the cards better so that I don't slip without pulling one. I hope that makes sense. All right. Divine Feminine, give us your message, please. She who emerges, enlightenment, mindfulness, and rise up. She who is present at the bottom, now awareness and acceptance. So for this divine feminine collective, it feels like, all right, and on the split, so it feels like the energy that you are in, right? What you're processing or going through or experiencing right now is really coming into the present moment. I don't just mean experiencing it. I mean also processing it. It's interesting. It's like I don't know what type of science would be used to explain this, but it's really cool the way that I'm saying it. This one's sticking up, so I do want to look at this one. She who grants wishes, desires, and hope. Okay. For this divine collective, I feel like a wish for you is being answered. You may have resonated with one of my earlier Halloween messages. She who nurtures is on the split here, though. Empathy, gentleness, and insight. You could be learning that the more present you become, the more open to being present and less in your head. It's like you're being given insight on other people. You're being shown something about either what they're thinking or how they're feeling. And the more present you actually are and like genuinely connected in, the more clear that becomes for you. But it's almost like that helps keep you out of your head even more. That may be the wish that's being granted. Maybe you were trying to get out of your head. I feel that you're going to start realizing more and more that you're spending less time stuck in your head and more time just being, just like a flower blooming, coming out of your shell, right? A snail coming out of their shell, a turtle coming out of their shell, any creature, a little crab, whatever, coming out of your shell and emerging as this just explorative little energy, okay? That's really cool for you. And let us see, I don't think, I never really decided on a deck for the Divine Masculine to use for the Divine Masculine. So let's use the Love Island Oracle, I guess. We could do that. Or you know what? Let's do the animals for the Divine Masculine. I'm feeling really called to the animals. So maybe it'll be good for the Divine Masculine right now to really connect in with your primal nature, you know? Listen to your body. What's your body asking for? What's it really asking for? Yeah. There might be certain ways in which you think you're giving your body what it wants, but it's trying to show you that's not it. For the Divine Masculine that resonates with this collective, please. What is their current energy? Panther, but it literally flipped into the... Are they all reversed? Okay. You could have questionable guidance around you at this time, Divine Masculine. All right, but you do have the Panther and the sheep. It says it's time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You're encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. And the sheep one says you're encouraged to reconnect with your inner child in order to become more spontaneous and playful and consider what life has to offer with a greater sense of wonder. Take some time this week to get in touch with the innocence and vulnerability in you. Was it the very first Halloween message, or was it the one I posted yesterday? One of those two. It had a card of vulnerability in there. It was an animal card too. So maybe you're watching this one after watching that one. But you guys have Panther and sheep here, okay? We do have a hunter and a prey energy right now on the board. At the bottom we have Swan with love. Give me some more on this, Divine Masculine. big truck going by right now. Is it a truck or is it one of the Camaro? Oh, yeah, okay. You have the hedgehog with trust. All right, this Divine Masculine Collective could resonate with, it feels like you kind of might be, I don't want to make anybody mad, but it feels like you might be all work and no play. And I get it. If you have goals, you want to work on those goals, right? I get that. But you can work on those goals and still have fun. And when you work on those goals and still have fun, then those goals are even more magical and even more prosperous, right? Thank you. Elephant, forgiveness. You don't give second chances, do you, masculine? You may not. You may resonate with you don't know how to. Maybe you've tried in the past. If that is the case for you, you may have the opportunity present itself soon for you to practice forgiveness. Okay. Remember, forgiveness isn't to let somebody off on how they hurt you or, you know, what they brought to you. Hummingbird at the bottom, okay? Forgiveness comes into, I guess the best way I could say it is like to give us closure without giving us closure in life, right? And that's how it happens, is you get some sort of closure because it's all connected. Forgiveness is more for you than for anybody else. It's to set yourself free, to cut those energetic ties at that deeper level of, you know, really wanting to just let it go, really wanting to just let the energies flow, and actively participating in doing so. By forgiving whatever you're holding on to, whether it's from anger, from sadness, from grief, let those things go. And whatever you're holding on to because of hopes and whatever, like the good as well, you've got to work on letting those go as well. Because if we grab too tightly on to the things we want, it's like we're imprisoning those energies. And the energies, like I've said, the energies don't like to be restrained. You got to hold on just enough to have some fun and let the energy go swirl around and then come back. And, you know, it's like a wild animal, like a creature, right? And it cannot be domesticated is what I'm getting. It cannot be domesticated. Masculine, you probably really understand that. And if you can understand that, let me tell you, you can understand the divine feminine. And divine feminine, you know for a fact that the worst feelings you have felt is when your energy, your essence is being contained or controlled, because you were never meant to be bound. Energies between the collective. Yeah, you guys are working on different types of release. But it's all stuff that you know, both of you know that you need to do, okay? Masculine, you know you need to be a little more lighthearted and a little more open and a little softer in your energies. You understand your power, right? You're the Panther. That's the first freaking card that came out. You're the Panther, and guess what? Panthers are perfectly okay with being upside down. So the fact that the card came out reversed because the deck was reversed made no difference, right? It made no difference at all. The first thing I latched onto was the Panther's face. That's something that if you see that in nature, you can't help but lock eyes with it, because it's like, oh, panther, right? That's you. That's the energy you're in. Your presence is undeniable to those around you. And because of your presence being so potent and so powerful, it actually allows you to trust in that and fall back into a more lighthearted energy that lets you, it feels like lets you have more wiggle room. I hope that makes sense. Like enough wiggle room to just be dancing, straight dancing, right? There's a need for more freedom here. Maybe freedom to just, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what this freedom is for you, okay? But it is a willing release for both of you. The energy of the masculine is definitely pulling really hard right now. The feminine energy, it feels more the feminine energy actually feels more receptive. So feminine, you could definitely, you'll be in the mindset of, I know I feel a lot of stuff going on around me. I know not all of it is me. I know some of it might be me, right? And I may never know where any of these energies come from, but I'm allowing myself to experience them in the ethers for the greatest good of all. And may they go where they need to go, right? And do what they need to do. And if that's that they need to rebound and go back wherever they came from to provide the clarity and truth needed for that person to not project those things to you, then that's what it'll do. And if it's for it to further connect with you, then that's what it'll do as well. You're in, this is a really good place to be, Divine Feminine, and it feels like you've been needing this. It feels like you've been stuck in your head a lot. But it's almost like the way your heart is guiding you, you're going to be stuck in your head less and less and less and less and less. It's like you've literally nurtured and taken this gentle route with yourself without even realizing you're doing it. It's because you were getting angelic assistance. Absolutely. Right? And that comes in the physical in so many different ways. So many different ways. We don't see energies here. Just, yeah. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I feel like y'all know this already. Yeah, you know this in your heart. You know this, okay? You definitely know this. Let me see this willing release. I don't have this little booklet out, do I? I think no, it is right here. Okay. Yeah, that's it. 49. I just got minor 49er. That's from Scooby-Doo. Yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, leaving room for serendipity. Remember, not all, it's black and white's just not going to let this one show, is it, huh? Well, dang, that sucks. Beautiful card, though. Dandelions, the little poof balls, and a butterfly, and then some other stuff flying in the wind. Stars, and the colors of blue, white. This may be, you guys may be letting go of things you felt you needed to say in the past. Maybe moments where you were like, I could have said this, I should have said that. Those moments, it's like they're just, you're clearing these. You guys are clearing these, and if you're not, you need to work on clearing these. That's going to have a major effect on the connected energies, okay? Because this is the tie between you guys, and it's throat. You guys really want to communicate. This collective wants communication. You want first contact. So I don't know if you'll be getting that. I mean, I'm sure some of you will, right? But just remember, not everyone's contracts are the same. Some of you are meant to, you know, your journey is meant to be that it's one of you here and the other guiding celestially, spiritually, right? You've put in the work, defined your desires and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. That's why your energy is very receptive. You've sent your intentions out and you're just waiting now to see what the world is going to show you. Awesome. Now you must let go and see what transpires. Yeah, okay. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? I mean, yeah, sometimes it can be, right? Sometimes the most random of things can begin to transpire around us, one thing after another, that chips away at us to a point that we fall into this unwanted vulnerability of exposure of some kind, right? Of an emotion or maybe a memory or something that we don't want to process, right? Anytime there's something that you don't want to process, though, it's gonna keep coming up. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, some things might have been coming up for this collective of divine feminines, not because you are going through it, but because it's something the masculine is going through. It's something affecting them on a level they don't understand. You guys have been picking up on how this has been, and I feel like it can be like crown chakra, solar plexus, and heart chakra. Okay, so for the masculines, it's like really, it's almost like they're really starting to believe in their heart and listen to their heart and communicate. They're learning how to really connect into their hearts and use it in a way that it empowers them. It empowers them. This is so cool. So you may have had random emotions coming up at the weirdest of times, feminine, and you may have just been, just going with it, crying randomly if you feel like it, laughing out randomly, random outbursts of just saying random things, or maybe jumping and doing something, or maybe doing a weird little dance. There's different forms of creation. The creations of the desires of the masculine have been like little firecrackers. Like it's like their energy is dropping those little pop things at your feet, and you're experiencing these things that they're craving, and it's little things that just make you soften more, feminine, into your heart space. And it's because the masculine is actually seeking to be in his heart space. The more we each connect in, the more space is held for the other to connect in as well. Fantastic. This is how you're helping the masculine release. So divine masculine and divine feminine, now that you see how your energies are connecting and how they're willing to help each other, open yourselves up to that healing from the other. Open yourselves up to the collective pool as usual. Any of the overflow, anything you need, anything you have in excess. If you have too much worry, send a request to the collective energies of how to strengthen I don't know, not worrying, right? Like whatever it is that what you feel you would need to really boost you out of that, you can request that. Lots of psychic energy going on here. I feel like the divine feminine knows that the masculine energy is calling out. I really think you guys have started to identify when you're connecting with each other, especially I feel like the feminines, you guys already know. You already know if you've connected in with your masculine's energy. And that's how they've gotten to this point of knowing and surrendering to, diving in to being in a more innocent mindset, not always being so guided and calculated, right? To trust in the softer energies, to practice things like surrender and forgiveness, right? To try enjoying things and making things more playful, and instead of just saying things to people, it then spills over to where, because you're that way with yourself, you're now being more playful with random people, and they're actually being playful back to you, masculine. It feels like you're really seeing a positive bounce back from other people's energies. This is very cool. And burst of magic. Oh, I wish you guys could see the colors. These are really pretty, but it just felt important. Yeah, I've got to trust too, seeing beyond. It really did feel important to have this be in black and white. And not everything is black and white. I mean, sometimes there's so many fine details at play that nothing is as it's literally nothing is as it seems. And I just when that happens, I laugh because I've experienced this, but it gets a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It is you have some stories to tell afterwards. Let's just put it out. You have some stories to tell. I feel like you both already resonate with that, though. So, what else do we need here? What does this divine masculine and divine feminine need to know? Feminine, you're finding strength in your softness. You are allowing the natural state of your being to it's like the very air around you shifts, and you see where people see like have illusions set of you, but you do not connect with it, you do not interact with it, and because of that, you're literally not even verbalizing to the energy. You are energetically shutting it off, refusing to even bring it up. This is an empowered move on the divine feminine's part. This is it not attacking, not tolerating these energetic attacks on yourself, onto you from wherever. There's something you've been waiting for. I really feel with all the... It's literally under the ocean. This card's it's in the ocean. Three of Cups at the bottom. You've been waiting for something to celebrate, divine feminine. I want you to celebrate yourself. I want you to celebrate that you have been so open to connect to some mysterious energy and actually allow the connection and then pursue clarification in faith, okay? I feel that you had to face a lot of fears in order to do so. Those fears are aiding, those fears being that you faced are going to help with this willing release. Yeah, I just saw there's some sort of release you're going to have that to you is going to be as simple as, and I say simple, but it's quite magical. You pluck one of the dandelions that are in the poofs and you blow it, and just it's like you're releasing the energy and it just flows on the wind out into the fields, right? And some carry on further than you can see. But in just doing that with whatever you were thinking, you were just in the moment. The moment those go flying, it's like within your soul, this release, energetic release comes in. And it brings a smile to you. Yes, this is a pleasant feeling. Very nice. Let's check back in with the masculine over here. Interesting, your cards are black and white. The cards that I chose, they're black and white on this side. This deck is all black and white. Interesting. So maybe there's something unique about the way the divine masculine is seeing things right now. So masculine, what is unique about oh my. Don't lock up now. Don't be shy. Speak up. What is the divine masculine seeing different here? We have number 5, the Book of Shadows. 5 is that the it's not the Magician. I don't know the numbers for them. So just this one card, divine masculine. All right, thank you. Embodying. These are big cards. Oh yeah, these are both major arcana. Divine masculine's got something big to say. We do have 3 of Swords at the bottom, but let us first check in here with these 2. That's 5. That one's on this page, and this one is 17. Oh, in bulk is it's the star card. Healing, hope, peace, comfort, guidance, direction, a light in the darkness, refreshing kindness. Okay, I see you, divine masculine. The Hierophant. Oh, it is the Hierophant. I was right. Yay! The Book of Shadows. Knowledge, tradition, understanding, beliefs practiced in daily life. Okay? You have some... Perhaps there are ways of healing a broken heart that the divine masculine has mastered in some way. Black and white. No more rose-colored glasses. You don't disillusion yourself. So divine feminine, these divine masculines do not fill their own heads with illusions. They dream, but they ground. They calculate, they analyze. Feels like they may have been a little possibly destructive in certain ways in their past. Nothing bad. Just a little, it feels like a little bit, something you might consider a little wild, a little crazy, maybe a little reckless, okay? Divine feminine. This divine masculine collective is actually asking your permission to enter your material realm to bring you healing. Remember, healing can be a challenge. Okay? Remember, I've said this divine masculine doesn't have rose-colored glasses, which means he's not going to sugarcoat things for you. He will very much dream alongside of you, but I feel like he will help keep you grounded in your emotions, which is beautiful. And in turn, I do feel that you will inspire more emotion in this masculine, but in a way that is actually even more empowering to him in the long run. So, Twin Flame Collective at this time, masculine, if you resonate with wanting to meet in the physical realm with your divine feminine, then by all means, set these intentions now. Accept these energies. These readings aren't just like for you to sit here and eat popcorn and be entertained, right? I mean, it is for entertainment purposes. By law, we have to say these things. But if you know, you know, right? Just because whatever, none of that matters. None of whatever matters. All that matters is that you know. This collective freaking knows. You've been connecting with each other energetically, and there's a request from the masculine to meet in the physical. That doesn't mean it will happen right away, okay? For some of you, you're in different locations, okay? But this will strengthen the energies to bringing both of you to ending up at the same location, some way, somehow, all right? Serendipity, yeah, I did talk about serendipity, which is the natural flow. Life is magic. If you just let life flow, and feminine, I really feel like you have been experiencing that lately, and it has been surprising you, but in good ways. And masculine, I'm not really sure what you're headed towards. It feels like you may be very tight-lipped right now about all of your dealings, okay? So which tells me that you're probably working on something very big. That's good. If you are, that is one thing you need to protect as well if you're watching readings. You want to protect, because yes, you can open all that up to giving these ideas to people connecting into your energy to do readings for you. So yes, protect those ideas, okay? From everyone. Let them simmer and grow inside of you, masculine, because it feels like if you are being tight-lipped about a project right now, yeah, the crow here, you need to, you'll empower it much faster and much more efficiently by continuing to keep your energy in this shades of gray. Didn't I say you guys aren't in the same place? But if you guys open up to this, look what in the masculine here, this may be confirmation for some of you masculines. You may have been feeling like your person just isn't where you're at, all right? And so you're feeling like you need to literally move to another city, another state, maybe even another country, okay? Intuition right behind that, the blue jay intuition. You're being encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. And we do have here the innocence, trust, and forgiveness, all right? You're being guided right now, masculine, to trust in what your heart's been trying to tell you that you might not feel super connected to, and maybe you've turned off those emotions for now because maybe they got a little bit too strong for you, okay? And that is okay. That's perfectly fine. I do feel that you have beauty and knowledge to teach to the collective divine masculine, and do not doubt that will be received in this collective of divine feminines, and that is how you will know if you are connecting in, because I feel some of you may actually meet others in the collective before you meet your person in the collective. Which is really interesting. I've never actually picked up on that before, but that's really cool. All right, guys. That's all I have for the twin flame reading. I'm going to split this one and see what we get. It is what it is. It is what it is. You're either meant to meet or you're not. You're either ready to or not. And whether the masculine's ready to or not, the feminine is the one who ultimately decides when because the feminine is the one that the receptive energy, right? That's how the energies work. So she has to be open to receive in order for it to even happen. So don't lose heart though, masculine. If you're don't get in your head. 8 of Swords. And I felt it. Don't lose heart if you're feminine at this time. If you feel the energy pull away, please know that it's just because a deeper wound of hers that she knew she was needing to look at a little more is surfacing, okay, at the thought of the union. Maybe it's just something that she thinks she needs to, feels like she thinks she might need to heal something or purify something that she feels has been darkened and corrupted within her, okay? Again, it doesn't matter if you literally have the perfect solution, masculine. If her energy's not ready, her energy's not ready. Just still keep sending her whatever clarity and truth, whatever boosts that your feminine may need. Support each other energetically. I cannot stress that enough. These are spiritual connections first and foremost. Send each other the elemental of air. Like I said, these are spiritual connections first and foremost, okay? Don't get in your head. Don't be disheartened by it. Just know that, or 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Know that you're meant to be on this path and it's meant to happen this way for a reason. Ask for the most prosperous, fulfilling, and pleasurable solutions and opportunities to present themselves to you. Always make sure you're wording things right, guys, when you're asking for stuff. Really see how you want to word it, and then ask for a little bit of clarification on what that might actually mean, all right? We've really got to start connecting in more and learning more. Yeah, the Oracle's gift. Learning how to use these extrasensory abilities. We really, really do. We weren't raised in a world that does that, but that's okay. Because now that enough of us have acknowledged these things, right? Now there's a much stronger community that can come together and help each other, okay, in countless ways. Let's just not become the things that we hate, okay? And how do we do that? We do that by just letting it go and separating our energies from it and constantly cutting cords. Literally, constantly cut cords every single day. Like right now, thank you for letting me read it for you. If this resonated with you and you feel you are a part of this Twin Flame Collective, by all means, claim this energy at this time. And don't forget, you guys decide if you get to meet in the physical or not. If you're not ready for that, some of you may regret saying no, by the way, because we have She Who Regrets here. Make sure that whatever decisions you're making, that you're not going to regret them. You will never regret meeting someone who inspires you at a level that you've never been inspired before, right? You'll never regret meeting someone who seems to understand you and see you in a way that you've never been seen or understood before. That is what it means to meet your twin, right? So that said, maybe these separations that people talk about aren't as bad as they like to make you believe. Maybe it's just literally a breather to come down from the high of all the excitement of something so freaking awesome actually being real and actually presenting itself in your reality, right? Like blessing after blessing, right? Don't overlook these little details. All these little details. There's magic there. There's magic there. I'm telling you guys. But yeah, if you're new and you like the way that I read, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see when I upload new videos. Sending you guys your energy back to you, calling my energy back to me. Happy Halloween, Twin Flame Collective. Again, this is for a Twin Flame Collective that has not met in the physical, but you both sense that you have connected to your true love, your soulmate, right? Or you know you've connected to your person energetically. I feel that this is a very spiritual Twin Flame Collective. You may both already be or both be working towards careers in the spiritual, I don't want to label it as an industry, and spirituality, right? Like shamans, I don't know, life coaches even, right? Counselors. It's a way of being of service to actual humans, to other actual humans. Yeah. So maybe you guys work closely with people right now. Maybe both of you work closely with people, or maybe you just work around a lot of people, because that did just come up. All right, guys, I'm going to stop it there. Sending your energies back to you. Good luck on this. I can feel your excitement. I can feel your hesitation, a little bit of restraint there. Just remember, think, if I say no to this, is there a chance that I'll regret it? That I'll regret it if I choose no? And if you feel inside of you that there's a chance you might regret it, when you knew that you literally had the opportunity to manifest it, to just say, yeah, okay, sure, however that's going to play out, take the chance, okay? Take the chance. And if you begin to feel stress or anxiety or nerves, like too much to the point where you're getting uncomfortable, just go ahead and say no for now. Say no for now, and allow yourself to soothe yourself first. You can even send that energy back with, send your energy back to me in a month, or send it back in a week, right? Like, you can literally do that. I don't think you guys understand how well you can communicate through the energies with one another. So don't be afraid to do that, and say, literally, if you feel them connecting in with you, you can say, I don't want to connect with anyone else's energy right now. I need to be in my own energy. And I promise you that if it is your twin connecting, you will feel an amplification of not only your protection, but of your of clarity coming in for you. That's that bond. That's that bond, because you will quietly bow out and let the other handle whatever they need to handle in this collective. I really feel that from you guys. Somebody here, you're going to need to take a chance, okay? You're going to need to take a chance. And bet on yourself. Bet on what you want. Bet on being happy. Bet on taking a chance at being happy. And if it turns out to not be your turn for whatever reason, don't let that be, I don't know, don't let that influence you in any way. It literally just came and clarified for you where you stand. So why would you reject that energy at all? No, just be like, oh, cheers, thanks for showing me that, right? All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Happy Halloween. Bye.